The following program may contain elements not suitable for all ages. Performances are conducted by trained professionals. Viewer discretion is advised. This week on NEW Evolved, Matt Burns teams up with Max Power to take on Psycho Mitch and Sheik Aziz. Then, the Wild Thing, Tony Kane goes one-on-one with Dynamite Dylan Davis.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of AEW Evolved. In the ring right now, we have Matt Burns and Max Power, and they're taking on the team of Psycho Mitch and Sheik Aziz.
Ooh, it's an absolute barn burner here to open up NEW Evolved, and we've recently, a beautiful sneak attack by Mitch and Aziz there.
It looks to me like they're trying to get the upper hand. Mr. Mike Barrington is determined to increase the tag team division competition here in New Evolution Wrestling, and this is just a start.
Well, thank you for stealing my thunder, because as I was about to say, we had recently received word that there will be some upcoming tag team titles debuting in New Evolution Wrestling. And as you can see, Burns and Power here, absolutely out of control. The referee needs to get in here and get these two out of the ring.
Well, this is a hot start by the two of these guys, and the referee's
An illegal start. There's a count of 5 before you have to get out of the ring.
Well, I don't see the referee counted there quite yet, do you?
It's not right.
Well, the referee got confused.
I'm not surprised, though, seeing as Sheik is there and Mitch with a mistake, and now Mitch gets dumped as well. These guys are treading on dangerous ground, toying with Sheik Aziz and Psycho Mitch here.
With the NEW Tag Team Division starting to become more competitive, these two are trying to make a statement here today.
Certainly, Matt Burns and Max Power go back a long ways, despite Max Power currently residing in Nova Scotia and typically wrestling mostly in the Maritimes, but he always seems to make his way back to the Rock.
See the instant replay there. Oh my God. Max Power diving over the top rope on top of
another blatantly illegal maneuver. This referee needs to get these guys back in their corner, back under control.
Well, I agree with you. This match has gotten out of control. Hopefully the referee can get this back under control there.
Sheik Aziz and Psycho Mitch trying to figure out what they want to do there. And anyway, Matt Burns celebrating here like a fool. His only match has just begun, don't you worry. Mitch and Aziz just need to collect their thoughts, get back up on the apron, and in no time they'll have things back under control. What's Matt Burns gonna do? A dive? Come on.
He might just. It looks like he's taunting. Let's see, what's gonna happen here? Is he gonna dive over the top rope?
He's not gonna be able to dive over the bottom rope, let alone the top rope. That'd be quite the surprise. And Max Power is absolutely, this is a disgrace. This is a disgrace. Once again, Sheik Aziz being treated terribly by everyone here on the Rock.
Well, if you ask Sheik Aziz personally, he thinks everybody's out to get him.
They are. Everybody's out to get the poor defenseless Sheik.
Defenseless.
Never did.
Newfoundland's most unstoppable monster in your corner. Defenseless.
Well, that's Psycho Mitch. Poor Sheik Aziz, mistreated, taken advantage of. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Well, they're double teaming him here right now as the referee does the traditional 5 count to try to get this back under control once again.
Well, this referee needs to understand what a traditional 5 count may mean. There's a vicious senton there from Matt Burns.
That was, wow. He almost got a 3 count there off that.
That was close. But Sheik Aziz, you're not going to put the Sheik away yet. You're not going to put the Sheik away. He's too tough.
As you see Max Power there, he tags in.
This referee needs to get it under control, get Matt Burns out of the ring. He just made a tag.
It looks to me like he might just leave the ring there now.
I guess it's because it's Sheik Aziz. I guess.
Oh, they're going to do another double team move. What's going to happen here?
much it looks like they get to flex and pose. This is disgraceful. This referee needs to get things under control here.
As you see,
if Psycho Mitch and Sheik Aziz were doing these things, you'd be over there crying foul like nobody's business. But because it's against Sheik Aziz, you have no problem with it.
as you see, Psycho Mitch was just reaching out his hand to try, hopefully, signal for the tag, but Max Power seems to have this under control. Wouldn't you say, sir?
He certainly does, but it's not because of Max Power. It's because of these double teams and these underhanded tactics by Power and Burns here today.
Well, that's tag team wrestling, and they're stretching.
Beautiful, the tit for tat, beautiful maneuver.
And that was an illegal maneuver from the outside. From
Maneuver. You need to learn to speak. And Sheik and Mitch here have him in control here in the corner, just laying waste to Max Power, and they deserve it. Sheik and Mitch should take every advantage they can. They've been mistreated since this match began.
Well, as you can see, the referee is struggling to get to that 5 count there as they're using the full length of the 5 count to get the upper hand.
Well, would you want to get in Psycho Mitch's face and tell him any different?
I am quite happy being behind this table right now, sir.
Myself included, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near Psycho Mitch right about now.
Psycho Mitch looked like he was going to throw him over into his partner's corner, but instead he just reverses it and taunts Matt Burns.
That's lovely. You usually don't see those kind of things from Psycho Mitch. This is fantastic. Him and Sheik are certainly starting to gel more and more as a tag team, and once these eventual tag team titles make their debut, you gotta be talking about Sheik and Psycho Mitch when you're talking about #1 contenders.
As you see, Sheik Aziz doing his typical illegal chokes in the corner, and the referee is trying to put a stop to it. There's only so much he can do. He's only one person.
A bit of a leg cramp there. I think he just needed to stretch up. It's just unfortunate that Max Power's face was in his way.
As you see Matt Burns there trying to signal to the fans to get behind Max Power to help him get the tag. And Psycho Mitch with a giant sidewalk slam. 1, 2, and he almost got a 3 count there.
It was a beautiful sidewalk slam from Psycho Mitch there.
Psycho Mitch with a giant elbow to the back.
He's just so smooth, so agile in the ring for a big man. And the guys, smart tag team wrestling here.
We'll be right back after these messages. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on NEW Evolved. You see Psycho Mitch jump off the second rope with a fist to the back.
Sheik and Mitch continuing to use classic tag team wrestling to isolate Max Power from his partner Matt Burns. He's got nowhere to go, and it's just a matter of time before Aziz and Mitch climb one step further up that tag team ladder.
Well, you know, neither one of these guys are doing anything fancy. They're keeping it simple. They're being competitive. They're cutting every corner they can possibly cut.
Cutting every corner. That's laughable. That's laughable. What I saw earlier, complete ignorance for the rules by Burns and Power with all those double team maneuvers earlier in the match. But now, because a couple of your favorites are on the short end of the stick, you take problem with something like that.
Did I call it a problem?
You didn't call it a problem, no, but you were complaining about it.
And Psycho Mitch falls on top of Max Power. Max Power should have known he wasn't going to be able to lift Psycho Mitch up like that.
Well, that's a big man to fall on top of you right there, and I'm surprised Power was able to get out.
Psycho Mitch asking for a 3 count there, but Max Power clearly kicked out.
Psycho Mitch and Sheik Aziz certainly giving it everything they've got here today, laying waste to Max Power. And now you see an old school, a classic bear hug there by Psycho Mitch.
Well, Psycho Mitch is using his time wisely and using his energy wisely. He's not taking any shortcuts here right now. He is using a wear down hold that traditionally would finish off their opponents, and I can see that happening here.
Can you imagine the raw strength of Psycho Mitch just crushing your body there as he applies that hold?
I really do not want to imagine that. I'm just happy being behind the counter, as we said earlier here.
Certainly, and the referee here checking the arm of Max Power. I think it's over there, Mr. Canning. I think it's done for the day.
Let's see. Well, it looks to me like it was almost over. Max seemed to dig down deep and get the fans behind him here at the CLB Armory in St. John's.
Sheik
as he fights his way out.
Sheik Aziz, you need to get in there. Come on, Sheik. You need to get in there and help him.
And he boxes his ears for the second time. It looks to me like, is he going to make the tag? No, he's going to run off the ropes. And Psycho Mitch with a sidewalk slam.
Vicious. And absolutely vicious. Almost like a back suplex variation.
He's going for a count here, and he almost gets him. And Matt Burns went to get in the ring.
This is some absolutely fine tag team action here today on NEW Evolved.
Absolutely. As we look here at the Sheik Aziz getting back in the ring, trying to help take control over this matchup once again. And he's going back to the leg and dissecting, it looks like.
He should be focusing on the lower back. That's what Mitch spent time on.
It actually looks like he was trying to prevent him from making the tag.
Beautiful, and here's the camel clutch. This is it.
This is Sheik Aziz's finishing move. He knows what he's doing in there, ladies and gentlemen.
This is it. If Matt Burns was smart, he'd dive in there and make the save, because I don't think Max Power is going to be able to get out of this one.
Well, I think he sees Max Powers trying to make the tag, so he's getting ready and reaching out his hand as far as he can get it while holding that tag rope.
It's too much.
Here comes Psycho Mitch, and
Brilliant move by Psycho Mitch. And Sheik Aziz is going to pull him back to the corner here.
Well, they've done a great job of cutting the ring in half on these guys here. As you see, Matt Burns trying to get into the ring behind the referee, and he cannot. The referee's holding him back as they double team behind the referee's back. This is smart on the part of Psycho Mitch and Sheik Aziz here.
What a fool, costing his tag team partner tons of time there as the double team unfolded there on Max Power.
Well, right now there's another wear down hold. He's trying to get him out. As you see, he was in the bear hug earlier, and this is just taking the life out of Max Power.
Certainly, and Sheik Aziz applying some extra leverage there, trying to wear Power down and finish this one off.
The oxygen is not getting to his brain right now. He's trying to fight it, but it looks to me like he does get back to his feet.
Max Power is a tough cookie. I'll take nothing away from him, but I just can't see these two overpowering the Monster and Sheik Aziz.
Sheik off the rope there right now. He comes back and he tries to do a neck breaker. Max Power reverses it into a power bomb, a sit-out power bomb, but he can't quite get the pin, and Sheik rolls off. Both of these guys are down on the floor now.
Max Power unable to capitalize there off of a sky-high-like maneuver. And he needs to make the tag, there's no doubt about it. Same with Sheik Aziz, he needs to get Mitch back in there.
Well, Mitch and Matt Burns are both reaching for the tag right now. It's who's going to get in first, or if they do it all. Let's see what's going on here. Here comes Matt Burns, gets the tag. And Matt Burns with another clothesline on Sheik, and he's going to go for a body slam, it looks like, and he hits a body slam on Psycho Mitch. That's a strong man to do that.
You don't see that very often, and a beautiful full Nelson slam by Matt Burns. He's a house of fire. Mitch able to make the save, though.
Barely making the save as Sheik Aziz crawls back to the corner.
This is unbelievable tag team action. If this is any indication of what we're in store for once we get the tag division up and rolling, I'm personally very excited.
It looks to me like the referee has lost control of this one again.
And a classic, a low blow from the Sheik there from behind. And I think this is it. Mitch and Aziz told me about this one. Take a look.
Oh my God, there's an elbow to the face over the knee, a backbreaker, 1, 2, 3, and they get the pin.
Nobody's going to kick out of that one. Max Power, Matt Burns, anyone on the NEW roster. A vicious decapitation-like maneuver from Aziz and Mitch. And I think we have ourselves a true contender for the tag team titles here in NEW.
We certainly do, Todd Winters.
And Aziz and Mitch celebrating their big win here today on NEW Evolve. The fans don't seem to be too pleased with it, but who really cares? Hey, Kenny.
Fans, right now we have to take you to an interview with Dynamite Dylan Davis.
Let's see what Dynamite has to say before he locks up with the wild thing, Tony King. He doesn't stand a chance.
I'm joined here today by Dynamite Dylan Davis, who has a grudge match coming up against Wild Thing, Tony King. Mr. Davis, I know that there was a disqualification of some sort in the previous match. Can you elaborate on the details?
Well, it's quite simple. I had Tony King beat fair and square through the jigs and reels. I was disqualified, so here we are.
Yeah. So this feud that you have going on with Tony, how has it reached such a boiling point?
Well, for years now, I've seen Tony King's constant disrespect for the business, for the fans here. I just feel like it's time to shut him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the start of the Tony King versus Dynamite Dylan Davis match, and it didn't even make it to the ring as these guys are fighting all the way around the ring. I'm joined here by Todd Winters, and the referee's trying to get a hold of this one.
This is a bitter rivalry in the making, and we're just at the tip of the iceberg here. These two can't stand one another. Look at this. The referee can't even get it in the ring.
Well, this rivalry's been going on for several shows now, and oh my god, a huge backdrop on our announce table here.
Ever since Tony King gave that low blow to Dynamite Dylan Davis in the tag match with Burke and Arsenal, it's been an all-out war between these two. And then Dynamite, the cheater, hit him with those brass knuckles and got rightfully disqualified. And now the Wild Thing's gonna take him to school here today on NEW Evolved.
We'll see what happens. I don't think Dynamite's a cheater. I think that those brass knucks were brought in the ring by Tony King, and they weren't even used by Dynamite.
Didn't happen that way. And Dynamite here today showing the disrespect coming out in the Tony Sucks shirt. Where did he get the Tony Sucks? Tony does not suck, and Tony's going to show him very, very shortly why.
I think that the referee's going to have a hard time gaining control of this match.
Certainly, these two it's certainly a bitter rivalry that's starting here between these two. And Tony going once again trying to go low, but comes up short.
And Dynamite Dylan Davis with it looked like an elbow as he flies over the ropes with a football tackle of some sort.
Another shoulder tackle there. He's certainly all over the Wild Thing in the early goings here.
It looks to me like Dynamite's up to the challenge. He picks him up for a body slam, scoop slam right there, and Tony powders to the corner.
You need to powder out. You need to recollect your thoughts. He needs a timeout. The ref needs it. He needs a time. There you go. He needs a timeout. It's only fair. That's what he gets for not giving Tony the proper time he needed to get back to his feet. A little poke to the eyes, and the Wild Thing's back in control, just like that.
Well, Dynamite Dylan Davis is no stranger to Tony's dirty tactics like the eye pokes.
Dirty tactics. I don't know what matches you watch. All I see is a brilliant performer in the ring who capitalizes on every opportunity.
There's no doubt about that. You will not get that from me. He made an argument for me there. He is definitely a very enhanced performer here on the scene in Newfoundland.
And Dynamite Davis, hey, credit where credit's due. No slouch. Certainly spends his time in the gym and perfecting his craft in the ring. And as you can see, he's tossing Tony from pillar to post here. The Wild Thing needs to get it together.
As you see, Dynamite Dylan Davis moved Justin Crickard, senior referee, out of the way, and Tony King took advantage again. Now he's choking Dynamite in the corner. He's taking advantage of every single opportunity he can.
Gets what he deserves. He put his hands on the referee, which is a big no-no, and Tony simply capitalized. A vintage eye burn on the ropes there.
And Tony with a patented kick to the back there. Tony has these sharp kicks that will take anybody down. Oh, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, Wild Thing, get it together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on NEW Evolved, and Dynamite is on the second rope here. Looks to me like he's coming off the rope with a bulldog but a patented maneuver here.
Things haven't been going well for the Wild Thing during the commercial break.
1, 2, and Dynamite almost gets a 3 count with Tony, resilient in his own right, kicks out.
Certainly, it's going to take a lot to put the Wild Thing away, and as you can see, resilient as they come. Beautiful chin breaker.
You know, Tony has a lot of moves in his arsenal that we haven't even seen here yet as he swings Dynamite off the rope and a drop kick.
A beautiful drop kick. Not something we see every day from the Wild Thing.
And he leans back nonchalantly and go for the cover. He's not going to beat Dynamite Dylan Davis with a move like that. He's just trying to make him waste his energy.
Maybe got a little overzealous, capitalizing on a move he doesn't typically use, and just figured he had him put away. It was a bit of a mistake, I have to admit, but that's nothing. That's the Wild Thing. He's just toying with him here now as he wears him down.
Wearing him down illegally, I might add, with a choke.
He's got till 5. He's got till 5.
And look at him, he's doing it again. He's just relentless here. And
he's definitely unleashed.
Tony is cocky, pinning him with 1 foot like that. You're not going to beat a champion like Dynamite Dylan Davis. He's one of the top superstars in AEW. You're not going to beat him with 1 foot.
He's going to outsmart Dynamite Davis, the gym monkey. All his big muscles in the world aren't going to save him from the Wild Thing. I can tell you that. Tony's just going to outsmart him, plain and simple.
Well, maybe Dynamite's trying to fight back here.
Obviously, he's trying to fight back, but it's futile once Tony outsmarts him.
Well, Tony with a beautiful suplex there. As you see, Dynamite's holding his back, and Tony with sort of
slow it down,
putting his knee right into the back of Dynamite Dylan Davis here, and the referee's in checking to see if Dynamite wants to quit this match.
I think he tapped out.
I don't think Dynamite's going to tap out.
I saw him tap out. I think I saw him tap. He said, "I have had enough, and I give up wrestling. I'm going to go home. Tony King is just too powerful for me."
It looks to me like Dynamite's trying to get the fans behind him here. He's not trying to tap out at all.
Because I saw him crying earlier today before the match. He was so worried. You might not have seen him, but I saw him.
For some reason, I do not believe you.
You should.
Winters, I would not believe you if your tongue was notarized. As we see Dynamite Dylan Davis with a forearm splash into the corner here.
Dynamite has the Wild Thing on the ropes, that's for certain. I'm just going to wait for Tony King to capitalize. Dynamite will make a mistake.
Dynamite with somewhat of a snap suplex of his own. He's going for the count. 1, 2.
Trading suplexes with the Wild Thing here today on NEW Evolve, but neither man can put the other away.
Well, this is a really competitive matchup between 2 superstars that have disliked each other. This is a dream match for a lot of people here in Newfoundland wrestling.
Certainly, the history between these two goes back a long way, despite both men spending the majority of their careers on the opposite sides of the fence here on the local scene in Newfoundland, and a beautiful Blue Thunder Bomb by Dynamite. Not enough to put the Wild Thing away, however.
Well, Dynamite hit that Blue Thunder Bomb, but Tony King was able to kick out, and he's showing some resiliency in his own right as Dynamite's getting the fans behind him here and asking for them to get behind him.
Wasting his time. What are the fans going to do for you? See what I mean? Complete waste of time, and Tony King's going to capitalize here.
Tony looks like he has him in an abdominal stretch into
a beautiful gutbuster. You know, there's some innovative offense here from the Wild Thing today.
Well, I've never seen another wrestler do that before. Dynamite with a kick. It looks like he aimed for the head, but he got part of the neck and the shoulder, but it was enough to get him down, but not for long, as Tony came back with a knee of his own right to the face.
They're busting out everything they can out of their repertoires to try to put the other away, and you're just seeing a lot of unique maneuvers that you don't see from these guys very often.
Well, I agree. I think they have something to prove to each other.
Certainly, it's an ever-evolving offense from the Wild Thing Tony King with that jumping knee there. Just not enough, as both men are worse for wear. They've given it all they've got.
Well, the referee is counting both of these men out now, so once he gets to 10, this match is technically over.
Both men are making their way to their feet. It's not going to end like this. These two can't stand one another, and this is just the second encounter between these two, and it's I don't think it's, regardless of what happens here today, I think this is far from over.
Well, I happen to agree with you because these guys are under contract to NEW for the foreseeable future. They'll face each other again. There's going to be championships involved. This is just the beginning.
It's an absolute brawl here between these two. Tony King, vicious shots to the face. Doesn't quite catch all of it there.
Dynamite locks him up from behind. Looks to me like he's going for a suplex or DDT of some kind, and a reversal by Tony. Tony looks like he's going for his finishing move. And he hits it.
He's got enough to capitalize. You need to roll him over, Tony. Come on.
Well, he might not be able to get the 3 count here. Let's see. He didn't quite get to him in time. 1, 2. He's got to be able to get him. Oh, no, he didn't. He kicked out.
Not enough. Tony King so close. Come on, Tony. You need to stay on him.
I can't help but wonder if he had gotten to him in time right after he hit the move. Would this match be over?
Certainly, if he wasn't so wore down after he hit that maneuver, certainly he may have been able to capitalize quicker. He's going for it again here. This could be a mistake.
Well, he went to the well once too many times. Dynamite just picked him up for his finishing move, and Tony going for a 3rd time here. Dynamite with a vicious clothesline that just turns Tony inside out, and the referee is going to count 1, 2, 3. No!
Tony King able to get out at the last second after being absolutely folded up there on the canvas by that vicious clothesline from Dynamite Dylan Davis.
The fans at ringside here are being witness to one of the most incredible matches in this company's history.
Certainly, Dynamite going in for the kill here, about to pick up Tony for the finishing maneuver. Ooh, barely misses. Oh, and he nails senior official Justin Crickard.
And Tony, what's going on here? Dynamite was well aware of Tony's tactics, and he got one up.
That's illegal. That's an illegal foreign object to have in your trunks. You could use that as a weapon. I don't agree with it. It's not right. Attaboy, Tony. You show that clown what it's all about here.
Tony Kane's getting back in the ring here. He has something behind his back, and it just blew up in his face. And here comes Dynamite. He's hitting in his face. Look, he just picked him up for his finishing move. What's happening? The lights just went out. What happened?
What's going on here, Mr. Canning? It's pandemonium here.
We're out of time. Catch you next time on NEW Evolved.
What's going on here?
New Evolution Wrestling would like to thank the following supporters: Greco Pizza, Torbay Road; Adam Tucker Photography; TPI Travel Agent Kayla Gavin; EJ Krams Home Hardware; The Hub Printing and Catering; JC's Entertainment.